This is the Relevant Podcast.
It's episode 1067, and this is the Relevant Podcast. Here in Orlando, I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and joining me from Loverland, Virginia, is Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
From Nashville, Tennessee, downtown Emily Brown.
Hey, y'all.
Jamie's out today. We don't know why she's out, but she's out. She's playing hooky. Derek is out because he is in D.C. today doing his Ownership is the New Black event, which is an amazing thing he'll tell us about when he gets back next week. So sitting in, we're excited. Our friend from Social Clubs Misfits, Marty.
Second string in the building.
Shut up. Now,
Sixth man
Marty,
of the year. Sixth man of the year.
You're the Cole Anthony the Cole Anthony on the Orlando Magic. You're the Cole Anthony of our podcast. Here we go. Okay, Marty, you're not in Miami. What's going on?
Nah, I moved to California, where the taxes are sky high, and I just love paying taxes. It's my favorite thing in the world. I love waiting 2 hours in traffic. Yesterday I went 30 miles. And that was 1 hour and 47 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like this much on a map. I love making my life uncomfortable in every way. I just, feel more like Christ-like.
We were talking before the show, and it's like, I feel like the Social Club Misfits brand is Miami. So like, you're a California resident now. This is like, I don't know how to like make sense of this.
You know what it is, man? I think that where I am, I guess, in California, it's a very diverse area. And for Miami's very diverse. So I think as long as I have Latin people and like Italian food in my vicinity, I'm good. That's all I ask for, like in life. I'm like, God, I just need Latin people, diversity, and I just need some Italian food and plant me wherever, God. That's why I could never, it's like we drove actually cross country from Miami to LA.
Wow.
And we, I don't know why, in Oklahoma, one of these like states, we got like spaghetti meatballs. If you've ever seen the end of like Goodfellas, where he's like, I want spaghetti meatballs that give me ketchup and noodles. And I was like, that's what I've been experiencing on the road. Because America, by large, this is a hot take right here, but America, by large, has the worst food, I think.
Right.
I mean, it's fast food, or it's like there's a bike on the wall on like everything's like a TGI Fridays vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it. A lot of our American style restaurants, Cracker Barrel, it's crap on the wall. TGI Fridays, crap on the wall. Claim Jumper, another one, just 1940s crap on the wall. So there's a lot of that cross country. We went a lot of places like that.
I was in Tulsa, and a friend was like, oh, I can't wait. I want to take you to this great new sushi restaurant we just got. And I was like, I'm not flying from Florida to Tulsa, Oklahoma to eat sushi. That fish had to come a long way. That's what I'm saying. Like, the food in the middle of the country is different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different, but I will say California has some of the best food. And then obviously I think Florida, anything on the coast is the best food
Marty,
ever.
I do have a question, because every time I talk to someone in California, I feel like In-N-Out is this huge source of pride, right? And I think part of it is mainly because it's exclusive to California. It might be slowly expanding east. I don't know, but either way, it's like a California brand. The first time I had it, I was dramatically overwhelmed, right?
Underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed or over?
Very underwhelmed. I mean, it's a burger and fries, right? Like nothing
it's
special.
It's worse than Five Guys. Yeah.
It is several notches below Five Guys.
Be careful, guys.
I know.
Saying that out loud.
But you articulated what I want to ask you is like, talking about the California food scene. Why is it they're so protective of an average fast food, pretty plain burger? What is this? Like, it is like, you ever meet someone who their identity is totally wrapped up in like who they vote for or whatever, or what kind of car they drive, or all of a sudden they're wearing like Chevy shirts every day, and just like, oh, this is Chevy now. Don't say anything bad.
They're wearing 13th line shirts everywhere with the American flag with the blue line in it. I get it. I know you're going with this.
They're wearing Yeti gear all the place.
And you say one thing about a Yeti, really could survive a bear attack, or there's really no need to own a $500.
Hydro flasks are pretty good.
There's real no reason to own a $500 cooler. and you act like they act like you insulted their mother or something, right?
Yes.
I get the same vibe. Anyone in California, if I just, I don't even have to disparage Five Guys. If they don't hear me actively singing its praise, In and Out. If I'm not actively singing its praise, it's as if I personally insulted them. Where does this come from?
Yes. Here's why. All right. First off, the best way I can explain it is like going to Atlanta or one of these, the Southern Bible Belt and saying, I don't like Chick-fil-A. It's like, it's just chicken. It's like, it's just chicken. For us, it's like, it's more than just chicken. It's really good chicken, And I think that for California, the burger that everybody grew up with, like the original burger was the In-N-Out. And so for a lot of people, that was just the standard of what a burger was. And then, they're Christian. So you look in the bag, it's like John 3:16. Like there's little things that just attribute to that culture of it being like a better burger. And then also think about this. What other burgers are there? There's not really a lot of Five Guys out here.
Here's the thing. Like I grew up eating like McDonald's burgers, right? Like that was, but if someone was like, hey man, McDonald's burgers are gross. Like, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just because I grew up eating them, I don't, again, I'm not criticizing anyone from California. I'm just saying you guys need to lighten up about it.
I get it. Here's the thing. It's like if McDonald's was exclusive to your area, you'd probably be like, it's our thing. I think that's how they think about it in their way.
And Marty being a Californian for 14 whole days at this point can speak with authority about California.
Yeah. Well, I've asked that same question, Jesse. You're not alone. Emily, you guys have a valid concern and I believe it. I think that it's funny because like In-N-Out's the type of place where you have to adjust the burger to be like, you can't do animal style. It's just too much.
Go off menu.
Yeah. It's too much to do animal style. It's like, stuff in it. You just need to do classic with a little extra cheese and that's it. But I will say that they are very serious about it. There's no matter which In-N-Out you go here, there's always a line. Always a line. Always. Never a line for Chick-fil-A. And but you know what there is a line for all the time is what's the other Cane's. There's a Cane's now right by our house because I'm right next to like Disneyland and all those, in Orlando, Cam, like there's a Sizzler still in Orlando next to Disney. Anything that possibly could be next to Disney will be. And so like Cane's is huge here too. They really protect Cane's. They don't protect Chick-fil-A. They don't protect it. But you tell someone which is better, Cane's or Chick-fil-A, a lot of people are like Cane's is way better.
Did you see that Post Malone opened a Cane's in Utah?
I did see that. It's like it was like all yellow or pink or something. It was like one color.
He designed the entire Cane's and it has
that's
like
so cool.
And he put like his memorabilia in it, like a Hard Rock Cafe or something. It's like you can go to a random.
They put
Cane's.
crap on the wall for him too.
Exactly.
See, but it's funny because like in Miami. We have like a DJ Khaled has a restaurant. It's the same thing. Like you go there, and it's like the history of DJ Khaled. It's like going to Karl Malone's car dealership, and it's like the history. Why do I need to see the history of Karl Malone? Like there's all these different things where people want to put their childhood. It's like DJ Khaled. He's DJing with his shirt off at 12 years old when you go to his restaurant. It's weird. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So
I did not know this existed, and I am going to go to Miami.
You don't want to go there. You will get shot.
I want to go.
There's like a shooting there constantly.
Seriously?
Do not go to that area.
Oh.
It's not. It's like in Liberty City. It's by like where the old Rich Wilkerson Jr.'s dad's church is, which is like really like in the middle of like little Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Like Tootsie's is like the only thing next to you.
I was gonna say around the corner from the world's largest strip club. Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a mall. It's a strip club mall. You get to choose. It is.
Really, you're driving to church, and you're going past the world's largest strip club. It is enormous. Yeah.
That's how I'd get friends. I'd be like, hey, it's over here. And they'd be like, where? I'm like, it's by Tootsie's. Oh, cool. Gotcha. I'm going to be right there in 10 minutes. Like, So like afterwards, you guys want to grab a quick drink? I'm like, we just left church.
They have great wings right next door.
Oh my gosh.
They've got a full buffet.
We have a great show in store for you today. Coming up later, we talk to Arizona, one of our favorite bands. They have a new album coming out today. Look at how timely that is. Arizona's coming up. We also have your feedback at the end of the show. But stay tuned. Up next, it's Relevant Buzz.
Eyes, you got style, you're unique, you move so light. I saw the signs to make up your mind. Four in the morning in the studio, blame it on the thoughts of Perico. Falling on the floor and
listening to Babe Rainbow. The song is Super Ego. I think you have to have a super ego to call you and your friends a Babe Rainbow. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Mercy Ships. Globally, 5 billion people lack access to surgical care. In sub-Saharan Africa, there's only one surgeon for every 200,000 people. Mercy Ships provides free, life-transforming surgeries for people who have little to no access to medical care. They help the blind see, straighten twisted limbs, remove deadly tumors, treat cleft conditions, and so much more. With state-of-the-art hospital ships, they provide safe surgery to children and adults living with treatable conditions, and it's completely free of charge. They do all this work with an all-volunteer crew of professionals who donate their time and talents. Surgeons, stewards, nurses, engineers, and more make the world a better place. Your donation today provides free, safe surgeries to people in desperate need of help. All gifts are matched, so please donate today at mercyships.org/relevant. Okay, it's time for
Relevant Buzz.
All right, Emily, tell us what's happening this week at the intersection of faith and culture.
Okay, first things we got to talk about is it has been a rough couple weeks for the porn industry. Thank God.
I didn't expect this.
There's no easy way to transition into this, so we just got to.
I thought you were going to say the president, the ex-president. I didn't know you were going to go with this. Okay.
Hey, say for the little ears, parents all over the country are turning the sound down in the car right now.
The corn industry.
Yeah, corn.
Yeah. No, a prominent anti-pornography organization who has had some success over the last few years. Like it's the National Center for Sexual Exploitation. They've been behind the ban on Instagram banned Pornhub, and they helped campaign for that. They helped lead support for Visa and MasterCard suspending card payments with MindGeek, which owns Pornhub. And now they have their sights set on Reddit, which is like one of the world's largest platforms for pornography. The site has literally like thousands of subreddits just dedicated to adult content. And they faced a lot of issues over the years with images being spread, specifically non-consensual images being spread. And so this organization, they just want to go after Reddit, and they are advocating for stricter policies. And eventually they've said that they would like to have the platform ban users who upload any adult content like that, especially if it's, specifically pornographic. And so
has Reddit responded? Has Reddit acknowledged the push?
Reddit hasn't responded yet. They have, this organization wrote a letter. There was like 300 people that signed it that said that they were going to start advocating for it, which, like I said, they have a pretty good track record. So if I was Reddit, I would pay attention to this and be aware of what's happening.
What else is going on in the porn industry? You said it was a bad week.
Oh, yes. So on top of that, Utah has enacted an age verification law in the state where if you want to access adult content, you have to verify your age. And it's up to these websites to kind of do their due diligence and confirm that that person is the age they say they are. Well, the way Utah works, they don't have like a digital wallet. And so it's actually really hard for these sites to confirm it. And so Pornhub has actually said that they are just stepping away from the state, and that they are no longer, you cannot access their content if you are in the state. So if you try to go to it, there's like a
and all the MindGeek sites, like all of them, and they're the biggest company. Yeah. So
is anybody in Utah? Can you verify it? I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
But I mean that's cool. I mean, like, good.
How could you block a whole state?
But it's already happening in Louisiana. So Louisiana did the age verification thing last year, but they have a digital wallet, so those sites can comply. But Utah doesn't, so they don't know how to confirm identity with like physical ID cards. And so they're like, we're not going to get sued. So on their IP, they just blocked all access from the entire state of Utah. So porn is leaving Utah. I'm interested to see, like, Louisiana started this, Utah followed suit. I'm interested to see how many other states like start enacting these laws to keep minors off of that content and throttle this industry. It feels like it'll be like getting tighter and tighter, and harder to access that stuff. So good.
It's a scary place, right? Like years ago, I mean, I would hear stories from like survivors that were like, I didn't even know that this was posted about me.
Wow.
Or like stuff. And so like, I think that that was also like the first move. Was a lot of stuff that was being uploaded wasn't being curated or something. I haven't looked at porn in years. But I think about like, yeah, that's kind of a scary thought. Like you could be seeing someone being actually sexually assaulted. You can see someone actually being abused and not know it, and they don't know it, and that's really dangerous. That's extremely crazy.
Or that girl's being trafficked, and there's a lot of that.
Yeah. I mean, that was I've heard that story. There's a guy, actually, I always see ads for where the guy's like, hey, like if you're struggling, read the stories, and he would tell a story about how one girl was trafficked, and that's how they actually found her. Her mom found her by going on these sites and like finding her face, and then they like end up rescuing her, but she was trafficked by an ex-boyfriend, and it's really dangerous, scary stuff. Like that's like dark web, evil, demonic stuff, right? That's scary.
But that's the stuff that's actually becoming more and more mainstream, and that's why these organizations are starting to go after the entire industry, because it's like we got to cut off these platforms, so that's good.
Do it.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like you kind of mentioned it, Marty, like as the internet was getting more popular and things were spreading more, like it was almost like all these things were happening and no one was prepared for how big of a problem it would get. And so now years later, it's like we've been hoping it would maybe not correct itself, but just something would happen. And now it's like these organizations are stepping in to say, okay, well, we're going to do something about it, and we're going to like implement these or try to help implement these policies and these laws. To,
well, I mean, think about what this organization is brilliant, because they're going after the money first. So they went after credit card processors, being like, hey, you don't want to be associated with illegal activity. So MasterCard was like, yeah, we're out. No MindGeek websites. You can't transact. So you cut off the money supply. That's number one. Number two, they're going after at the state level legislation to like make it more difficult to access that content. And so they're coming at it from all the angles, and now they're going after Reddit. So, good. Like,
go for it. Yeah, go for it.
All right. What else is going on, Emily?
So something that we've been keeping an eye on is a lot of news publications are shutting down recently. So just this week, MTV News announced that they would be shutting down. Earlier this month, BuzzFeed News announced they would be shutting down.
I kind of feel like the news is. Oh, wow. I kind of feel like the news one on this is MTV News was still around up until last week.
Listen, honestly, Jesse, you read my mind on that, bro. I'm sorry. I got to agree with you.
Kurt Loder, he's 83 years old.
I miss Kurt.
What was Serena Outchel? Was that her name? Serena Outchel? Remember her?
Something like that. Yeah.
Fun fact. You guys remember Serena Outchel, the old MTV News reporter, and I think she's gone on. She might have been in 60 Minutes correspondence for a little while. This is just a random piece of pop culture trivia. Did you know that she's in the Fight for Your Right to Party video from the Beastie Boys in like the 80s? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little nugget there.
What was she just in the background?
I think she's at the house party and she like dances with one of the Beastie Boys. Again, if you're at trivia night and for some reason it's what former MTV VJ is in Fight for Your Right to Party, you're welcome, world.
But to Emily's thing is, it's not MTV News that we're talking about. It's all these digital media and digital news platforms that follow or cover our beat, our lane, our age. Like who else is shut down? Like recently, it's like a string of them.
MTV News, BuzzFeed News, Vice was in trouble for a while, but they sort of I think they're okay now.
No, Vice 100% filed for bankruptcy last week. And then an investor group swooped in and bought them for pennies on the dollar. So Vice will live on, but Vice News got shut down. So they shut down their news division. BuzzFeed News got shut down.
BuzzFeed News. Gawker
MTV News
shut down a couple months ago. Mike shut down a couple months ago. So it just all of these digital pop culture platforms are just, they're losing funding, and they're, I think a lot of them, they started off just slowly downsizing, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, there's nothing left for us here. And so they just shut it down. But it is like within the last few months.
I watched a conversation between the founder of BuzzFeed and the founder of Gawker, and they were talking about the shift in digital media right now. And they're just like, because there's an audience for it. I mean, this is the thing. It's like, why can't you figure out how to create content for an audience in a way that's sustainable? You know what I mean? But they were talking about the fact that around 2012, they were like, Vice especially, BuzzFeed especially, had all this momentum of like, we're reaching the next generation. And so all these legacy media companies and investors poured billions of dollars into these companies. And then The bill comes due 5 years later. These investors want to make a return on their money. Vice in their 23 years has never once turned a profit. So it's like they knew how to spend money, but they didn't know how to make money. And so now it's just not sustainable, and they're all shutting down. And they all these founders 100% said, hindsight's 2020. We wish we grew more organically and slowly, and we didn't take the money to speed it up. And so they regret like taking the big checks because they couldn't pay the debts, you know? So anyway, I think it's sad because it's like, it's creating a void. Like what's going to fill that void, you know, like covering the scenes that, you know, the music and the culture that, you know, our audience is into. It's like, who's going to step in, you know? So,
you know what though, like for the most part, I mean, when's the last time you've heard it exclusive from those websites too? I think that a lot of these news sites are just regurgitating from a bigger platform. You know, it's like sites like Shade Room, or sites like, you know, which is just basically on Instagram. They're where a lot of people get their news from. Academics, you know, Shade Room, even like, you know, Complex, maybe not on their website, but Complex on Instagram. You're getting info there. On IG, you're not really even going to like, no one's, back in the day, it was a big deal for, especially for musicians, like, Two Dope Boys, all those big websites, you know, Cam, all those sites that we all these sites that started, they would launch careers. Yeah. And then after a while, like they were bought out, and then people didn't trust them. And it's kind of like,
it's inevitable.
And I think, you know, partly with the advent of like social media where anyone can be, you know, a quote unquote journalist, right?
Reporter,
it's and,
that's true.
You know, an average person opinion, you know, I think people are finding is a lot of times just as valid as like a professional critic, right? So those voices have become less valuable. But I do, I don't think like big journalistic institutions like the Associated Press or the New York Times, or I don't think they're going anywhere. To your point, Marty, I think more people will like aggregate them. But I think, some of the more niche stuff is just being absorbed by people who, honestly, like I said, their opinions sometimes are just as good or just as valid as some of the pros, you know?
And two, this is a little bit of a lesson for anybody in our audience who's entrepreneurial, or they're starting their own thing and they have big dreams. It's like, you think in the struggle years that it's like, man, if I could just get an investor or get that check, it would solve everything or it'd fast track us. Hindsight, if you can keep your own ownership and you don't have to owe anybody else anything or give it away, like it's ultimately, it keeps you more nimble. You could adapt to changes in media. You can adapt to changes in technology a lot more easily if you're nimble. But if you've like Vice, man, they're just like, they just grew so big that they have too many people with their hands in the pocket, and it's like, it's not sustainable, you know? So
I love Vice too. That's the sad part. I think that I just saw a documentary last night about the Yakuza on the Vice. I'm like, I would have never seen this anywhere else. So they do have, I mean, they had an office in Miami that was huge. Yeah. And one of my buddies, Juan, he was going to work for them, and they had a lot of money for him, but they closed down. Like they just closed down very quickly.
The Vice story is crazy. Like we've been following Vice for years because I mean, honestly, I was pretty jealous. I mean, they started when we did, and this guy had the Midas touch. But I listen. This is proven, so this isn't. You can't sue me or whatever. This is proven. It's been documented. But they had this big Brooklyn office, and it was like, look how cool we are. We're in Williamsburg. And they would like, the founder would go say to other brands and investors like, hey, we are the main way to reach the next generation. We're the influencers. And so he would, like in their office, it was all about image. And so what he would do is he would literally hire hipsters and cool influencers from around Brooklyn to come hang out at the Vice offices and like fill it in, make it energy cool. And then he would walk investors through and they could see the buzz and they would write big checks. He was selling an image. He wasn't selling a sound business. You know what I mean? But it's like, man, when it's fool's gold like that, eventually the balloon's going to pop. You know what I mean?
Hey, but that's the Silicon Valley story too. I mean, you know, a lot of the model was fake it till you make it, or you look, perception is reality. And if venture capitalists, you know, perceive you to be influential, then, hey, they'll give you money. Because the other thing too is, I think it's a twofold thing, right? Like one is, you know, people, you know, projecting an influence that they really don't have, right? Or making a product like the Yakuza documentary. that looks awesome, costs a fortune, but there's no way it's ever going to achieve ROI because it costs so much to make, right? Like someone had to embed
Japan.
someone had to
spent like 3 weeks.
Someone
there.
had to embed with the Japanese mafia in Tokyo or whatever. Like it costs a lot of money, and getting 500,000 YouTube views isn't going to recoup that, right? But like, so that's one part of the problem. The other part of the problem is how venture capitalists weren't, interested in, 5 to 10% return. They were looking for unicorns and willing to just take massive gambles to 100x their investment, right? And so they would give a lot of money to organizations that, hey, they got just as good a shot as the next guy of breaking out, because like I said, the model wasn't slow, gradual return based on profits. It was, skyrocketing in value and try to 10x and cash out. And I think that whole model, it was sort of a house built on sand,
100%. And that's what I'm saying. Like common sense says that was due to implode, and it's imploding all around us right now. I'm curious because I'm always a looking down the road type person. I'm curious what's going to happen. Is it just going to be the decentralization? And like you said, everybody on social media is their own influencer, their own, publisher, essentially their own creator. And there is no more brands to look to. It's just more like, accounts that we look to. I'm curious to see what the next era in media looks like. But the old era is officially ending in 2023.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, where does everyone get their news from? Twitter? Like
Emily and I talk about this every day. It's like Gen Z.
Yeah, I get my news from Twitter, literally.
Gen Z does not read articles.
TikTok,
They'll watch it. They'll watch TikTok. And I'm asking Emily, like, where do they find out what's happening in the world other than what's happening on TikTok? And it's like, well, they largely don't know, or they have like one news account that they might check in with once a week, or something like that.
I think the issue with a lot of those accounts too, though, is because I'll follow them, and it's like, if you're just getting it from an Instagram caption, it's like, okay, that's 4 sentences. Like there is so much more to this story that's going on. And that's the part that makes me nervous, is like, I'm fine with social media being like a useful tool, like where people get information from, but it has limitations. Like you can't do a full length feature story and stuff. And it's like, we need to still have places where you can have these like long form articles and stuff. And that's the place where I'm like, I don't know where those are going to go. Like for pop culture, like where are people going to get that information from?
Yeah. Interesting. All right. What else?
The last thing I want to talk about is just a really cool partnership that TD Jakes is forming with Wells Fargo. For the next 10 years, they have committed up to $1 billion to fund various projects that will further develop communities in need. So there's a couple different cities like Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, and the partnership is just going to focus on providing financial education, revitalizing these neighborhoods, and creating mixed income housing opportunities for families in need.
So TD Jakes is like spearheading it, and Wells Fargo is funding it. $1 billion over the next 10 years. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of when faith leaders work with business and governmental leaders to make systemic and sustainable change. Like, it's not all up to the church. It's not all up to the government. It's not all up to business. But if we can come together and do something unique, there's something really powerful in that. Rick Warren has that. He calls it the 3-legged stool philosophy. Like when he's doing work in Rwanda and others, he's partnered with the local church, the local government, business leaders to like work together to create systemic change. And that's what TD Jakes is doing with Wells Fargo. And that's awesome to see. Good for him. All right. That'll do it for Relevant Buzz. Make sure to follow along at relevantmagazine.com every day. We haven't shut down yet. We're covering the intersection of faith and culture.
Don't say yet.
We're 23 years old. We're 23 years old. I mean, come on. We're limping along, Emily. No,
we're
I'm
at the
joking.
beginning of our lives.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's true.
You're just entering prime earning years.
Yeah. That's right. Our 20s. That's right. This is great. Let's do it. We're blowing up. Vice is gone. BuzzFeed is gone. We're going to pick up
out the way.
We're going to pick exactly. We're picking up the ashes. We're rebuilding something new. See you guys.
The Relevant Yakuza documentary is coming out, guys. You got to check it out. It's going to be amazing.
We're going to embed with some like.
Yeah, I went undercover with the Japanese mafia.
No, we're going to go undercover with the underground church or something. That's our lane. Anyway. All right. Stay tuned. Up next, Arizona joins us. listening to the Undercover Dream Lovers. The song is Scattered Dreams. These are real bands, people, I promise. Well, today's show is brought to you in part by the new book, God, the Science, the Evidence. We talk a lot about faith, but how often do we talk about science in the same breath? You might be surprised to discover just how deeply the two actually agree. For centuries, science has been used to dismiss the idea of God, but today an intellectual revolution is underway. Modern discoveries in physics, cosmology, and biology are consistently revealing the same truth: creation isn't an accident. That profound reversal is what engineers Michel-Yves Bolloré and Olivier Bonassi investigate in their international bestseller, God, the Science, the Evidence. This book is a rigorous, evidence-based critique of materialism, inviting you to explore over a dozen scientific, philosophical, and historical domains. It shows that what was once seemed impossible, that science could point to a creator, is now supported by a vast and convergent body of evidence. With over 400,000 copies sold in Europe, this book is sparking a global debate. It's thoughtful, fascinating, and a powerful reminder that reason itself affirms the existence of God. Learn more and find out where you can purchase your copy today by visiting godthesciencetheevidence.com. Our guest today is Arizona. They're an indie pop band who are releasing their self-titled third album today. They've been in the magazine once or twice already. We sat down with them to hear how they've grown and changed over the past few years and what they're looking forward to with this next project. Here is our conversation with Arizona.
You got a cold, cold touch and it's giving me chills. I got a real bad feeling that your lips could kill. Well, maybe that'll be alright.
What was that like creating this album? Like kind of as you've grown up and as you've, like you said, you've learned to let go of things and embrace new things.
This album's funny in the sense that a lot of the songs are like, some of them we were kind of getting off the road and we were writing songs to drop an album like early 2020. Or like we were trying to finalize it around then, and that's kind of when the world shut down, and it opened up this opportunity for us to revisit a lot of songs that we loved but never really found a home for in our previous albums, or maybe like a song that we loved certain parts of but like couldn't really break through to getting that feeling that it was finished. Because we do that a lot. We'll start a song, maybe it'll have a first verse, first chorus, and then we'll let it go for the day. And then when we come back to it, it's like, oh, where was this supposed to go? Or maybe I have an idea of where it's supposed to go, and then Zach has a different idea of where it's supposed to go. And that part of our process was definitely interesting this time around, because we really gave each other space to like go down those tangents and then come back together in a way that I feel we haven't really in the past.
Better for worse, you know. But definitely had more time to explore stuff like that. And I think even if we didn't necessarily, if we weren't given the time by circumstance, I think we probably would have taken it anyway. I think it was about that time, so to speak, for us. You know, I think to try those things that we, I think, knew we needed in some way, but you know, never really got the chance to explore because of how busy things were before COVID. So, you know, once we had that opportunity to take some of that time, I think it was about saying, okay, well, we have some songs that are halfway done. We have some songs that we wrote locked inside over quarantine. And we have some now that the world's been kind of coming back, you know, taking some writing trips to LA, meeting up with old friends and writers. You know, we have a handful that are written there as well. Like, what do we do with these now that they're written, you know? Because you can produce songs a million different ways and you can put together an album in a million different ways, but the whole process all over again, right? You know, it's like you sit down to write a song, you kind of start somewhere awkward and then land somewhere final. And I think that's the same thing with production. And when it comes to the way that we were doing it before COVID, it was like we were just racing ourselves, you know, and that didn't produce any results. Nobody gets ahead when you're racing yourself, really. So it's like, I think the slowing down, trying to figure out where that space came from, you know, it's a good process for us moving forward. even though everybody's been a little weird about like, work, you know, you guys have been gone for so long, you know, there's no music, blah, blah, whatever, you know, on social media, it's like really funny to follow some people that are like, hello, you know what I mean? Like, but funny enough, it's like, I think in taking this amount of time, it secured more longevity for us in general, because, you know, you need to learn stuff like that if you're going to stick around for longer than one or two more albums.
I feel it coming up ahead. Dark skies and trouble up ahead, my love. I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna know. I feel it coming.
Well, you mentioned that, you know, like this album took, you know, a long time to make it. So I'm sure that came at like from different points in your life or different times in your life. So if you could, like, is there a recurring theme or story with this album that connects all these songs together?
If I had to make a thread that we definitely weren't pulling while we were, like, we weren't consciously pulling at this when we were making the album, but I think looking at the track list and thinking about the songs that are on there, I think there is a lot of like life and death existential type of theme happening. And because it's been a long time since we've been out and about and releasing music and touring, in a lot of ways, it is, I think a lot of people are asking, like, what's up with Arizona? Like, are you guys still around? What are you guys up to? And, you know, the artwork is out and you can kind of see us holding these gravestones. And when we started Arizona, we were kind of at the end of one chapter of our life, our previous career as, you know, creatives being contracted to work for other people. And we thought, you know, that we would go and just get like other desk jobs because we were so burnt from kind of like pouring our heart and soul into things that weren't really ours and that we didn't own. And so now it's kind of funny because I think for some folks, it's like they've been gone so long, they're basically gone to me. But we're like, no, we're not dead yet. Like, we're picking up this gravestone and we're moving on, to use this song title.
Oh, wow.
Some nights we feel like dancing, some nights we feel like crying, some nights we feel like living, some nights we feel like dying, some nights we feel like staying.
Well, I just wanted to ask, kind of, like, you sort of mentioned it, but what are you most looking forward to as you step into this, like, these new releases or this new release and like tour? Like, what's the thing you're most excited about?
For me, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Touring, getting back on the road, playing shows, being in front of our fans, meeting people, just
hearing the stories,
yeah, seeing people react to your songs live.
That's like my least, I think I'm least excited about that because I just know, you know, be like, so like, it's like, you guys have been gone for like a while, right? Like, I'm just gonna be dealing with that, you know what I mean, so much, and it's gonna be so funny. It's like, I'm not that guy, dude, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's gonna be, and I do think that, like, what lies ahead after just even this tour and just maybe this upcoming album, I think, like, more opportunities to play live. So we, I think, do actually have that in common, where, like, more opportunities to play live more and in different places and in different ways, and then also, like, not dropping an album and being like, peace, see you in 4 years, like, dropping this album and then but continuously, like, releasing things like maybe more covers or like maybe more just like singles that we have had lying around or demos, like just really opening up the floodgates a little bit more, you know, and just having more constant stream of content and more constant connection with people after kind of not had it for so long. I think that is exciting, you know, in our own way. I think each different focuses of it, but yeah, just being back on the horse, so to speak, I think is just exciting enough for us who have been gone for so long.
That was Arizona. Make sure to check out their new self-titled album. It is out today. Look at that. What timing. All right, stay tuned. Up next, it's your feedback.
I swore I'd never fall in love.
You're listening to Quickly. The song is Falling Apart Without You. Well, today's podcast is brought to you in part by the new book, Confessions of a Christian Alcoholic. Author Jonathan Seidel knows firsthand how even believers can get stuck in shame and destructive habits, especially when it comes to one of society's biggest obsessions, alcohol. In Confessions of a Christian Alcoholic, he details his spiral into disordered drinking and shares the 4-step process he eventually used to break free. There's hope for alcoholics who become Christians and for Christians who become alcoholics. Find Confessions of a Christian Alcoholic wherever books are sold. What if you could change a child's life with just $10? Right now, thousands of vulnerable children in East Africa are suffering from jiggers. It's a painful, preventable parasite that burrows into their feet. Soul Hope is the only organization treating it through foot washing, medical care, and durable closed-toed shoes that protect kids long after treatment. $10 may not seem like much in today's world, but when we come together, those small gifts add up to big change. Join the 10 for 10 campaign. $10 protects 10 small toes. Visit soulhope.org/10 to give now. One small gift makes a big difference. Again, that's soulhope, SOLE, hope.org/TEN. All right, it's time for your feedback. All right, last week, if you remember, a week ago, Derek Miner was playing the AI song that he made of one of his tracks being performed by Drake and Kanye. You remember that? It was crazy. It sounded exactly like Drake and Kanye performing a Derek Miner track. It was nuts. So we wanted to ask you guys for other song suggestions for Derek to make via AI. We're going to pick one on the show today based on your suggestions. And Derek has said that he will make it for next week's podcast. So here we go. You hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast and told us your suggestions for weird covers that you want to see Derek make. Here's a couple of our favorites.
This one, the listener suggested the song "Adia" by Sarah McLachlan being covered by Bon Iver. Bon Iver covering any Sarah McLachlan song, I feel like would work. That sort of somber falsetto. Like, can't you see like an SPCA, like them trying to shill SPCA puppies while Bon Iver, falsetto goes? That's a perfect match. I would say anything by Sarah McLachlan, I would listen to Bon Iver's version.
So you're saying that the future, like 10 years from now, the PSAs with sad puppies is going to be Bon Iver music, not Sarah McLachlan music.
Oh yeah. And guess what? People are going to be lining up to adopt those.
Yeah. Because everyone's used to the Sarah McLachlan version. Like, we need a new sad
We
version.
need a new generation of sad puppy music. Bon Iver.
Yeah.
I always thought Taylor Swift would do it, but
she's too peppy. She's too peppy.
Hey,
she did a really emo version of what's that one song from like Earth, Wind and Fire? September.
Yeah.
She did the September. So I mean, I thought she could make sad music. I thought it would work.
Marty, so you are. I don't know if you realize that you're in the presence of greatness, but the world's largest Taylor Swift fan is on this podcast.
I know.
That is
Emily,
so kind of you to say.
Listen.
She mentioned it every single podcast. She said one thing about Taylor Swift. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen.
So she has now been to 4 concerts on this current tour. 4.
Whoa.
Traveled to Houston.
On this current tour?
Yeah. Traveled to Houston, traveled to Dallas, Nashville this week. Did you see the footage from this Sunday Nashville? The rain?
No, I mean, this like reminds me of Freaks and Geeks when at the end of the show, they're like, we're just going to follow the Grateful Dead. And then we're just going to see what happens with our
Taylor
life.
Swift
like,
is
that's
my Grateful
basically
Dead.
what I'm hearing. But yeah, you're just going to see what happens. You're connect with other fans there. Is that what you do? Like, connect with other fans in different cities?
I have met plenty of other fans.
It's like a network. No, it's like a community. Like, I know people who do that for like NF concerts.
She went to, a week before the concert, she went to, by herself, she
prayed for the arena, walked around 8 times.
A Taylor Swift night at a bar, like a Taylor Swift karaoke trivia night at a bar. She went by herself, made friends with all these other Taylor Swift fans, and now they're texting each other.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's amazing. I mean, that's popular now. I mean, that's big in Miami. Kanye night, Frank Ocean night, and then you meet your friends.
Yeah, it was like the night before, like the weekend before she was in Nashville. There was like a ton of stuff going on. And again, I've moved to Nashville a couple months ago by myself already. So I'm trying to make friends. And it's like, okay, I already know these people. We're going to have something in common. Like, they're here for the same reason I want to be there. So it was great. Yeah, I did make some friends.
I love it. I love
There
it.
should be a dating app that bases on like playlist. Like, hey, you guys have similar music. Maybe that would
What
work.
man is going to be on the Taylor Swift playlist?
Dude,
She's not going to.
A lot of men.
Listen, she's got some
A lot of
bangers,
men.
man. She's on
Thank you,
my.
Jesse.
She's in heavy rotation on
Hey,
my
I've
summer
seen
playlist.
footage of the crowds at these concerts, and I'm seeing some dads, and I'm seeing some very sad boyfriends. But it is 99% 12 to 24-year-old women.
I got to disagree. If someone gave me Taylor Swift tickets, I'd definitely go. Like, dude, I think. Look, man. You know,
What's your favorite song? I need to know.
I mean, of recent,
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah. No, I mean,
The most commercial one.
Single ladies.
Bejeweled's really good on the latest
Oh,
album. I like
that's a good
obviously
choice.
Anti-Hero, you know, but
Obviously.
Bejeweled has like that synthy sort of like, you know, because a lot of these are Jack Antonoff songs, and I love Bleachers.
Yeah, I was about to say
Like-
that, Jesse. You just read my mind
Like
right there.
Bleachers is one of my favorite bands. You know, I've been following his
Yeah.
music since he was, you know, doing Steel Train, like an indie rock band when I was in high school, right? Like he's always had
Steely
like
Dan, the Steely Dan. You're
but
thinking
like, but I feel like, you know, and she's got that new song with the National that I really like. I guess that's
Yeah.
not technically her song, but that new collaboration with the National is
But
really
she's
good.
just doing that for the dads who have to take the daughters to the concert. She's like, here's a couple of songs for the dads.
No, she's done a lot with the guys from the National.
Cam, this is really murky waters. You keep throwing things in there, and Emily's like, wait a second, wait a
I know.
second. She did that
This is
because
daily, man. Daily right now. This
I'm
is our
just saying, I'm
conversations,
coming
me
to
and
the
Emily.
defense of Emily, and I'm going to say this too. Since I'm putting myself out here, it is what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
are.
Okay, I don't need the credibility. Okay,
Yeah,
I've done. I don't know how many artists I've profiled and reviewed. My cred's there. Okay, I can just say what I'm going to say.
Say it.
That new Joe Bro song, Waffle House, is straight in wings. They've gone straight yacht rock. Like, I don't know what happened to Joe Bros, but they're like, we are going to be Simon and Garfunkel, or not Simon and Garfunkel, Hall and Oates. They have gone full yacht rock Hall and Oates, and I got to say, I am here for it.
Jesse, I could cry right now. This is the best thing you've ever said on this podcast.
If the song "Wings" by Joe Bros came on right now, or Waffle House came on, you would be like, dude, when did we put in the smooth rock yacht rock station on? I don't know what they're doing, but I'm here for it. It's its own weird thing, and I'm not hating.
They just announced their arena tour, their comeback arena tour. And literally last night on Instagram, I got an ad served to me that the Joe Bros sold out the arena. Whoa. And they're adding a second night in Orlando because of the demand. I'm just like,
Amazing.
There's that many Joe Bros fans still? This is insane to me. All right.
Hey, I'm telling you, give those 2 new singles a spin. And if you're not like...
I've heard them. I listen to everything. I heard them.
It makes you want to buy a boat. Like, it should come with like, when you listen to, or buy a Joe Bros album.
It comes with an ascot in the
You get
packaging.
an ascot and you get one of those floaty keychains that boat owners have in case your boat, because they're like, this is the first step to boat ownership is buying this Joe Bros album, because it's the only appropriate place to listen to it is blasting out of the speakers on like a ski boat.
I feel so validated right now. Like, young Emily loved Jonas Brothers and Taylor Swift and saw the potential in them, and no one else did. And now everyone's finally seeing the potential, and I'm thrilled about it.
Emily, they were huge artists from day one. What do you mean nobody saw the potential in Jonas?
They're on Disney Channel.
Nobody above the age of like 18 saw the potential.
Okay, got it. Well, Emily was there. The epic Nashville show Sunday night that was in the rain that went till 2:30 in the morning. Emily was there, so she.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Do you get good tickets, Emily? Are you getting good tickets, or are you just in the back? Like, where are you sitting?
They're all right. I mean, so this is going to sound cliche. There really is like
She's only
no
paying
bad,
face value though.
I am paying face value.
There's no bad place to sit.
There's no bad place to sit, because it's like, if you're up close, great, you're up close to Taylor. But like, there is something so cool about being farther back and like seeing this whole stadium full of like 70,000 people just like singing along, and like her visuals are really cool. Like, she really makes it to where wherever spot you have, like, you're not mad, if that makes sense. So I'm very happy with all my seats.
That's not true.
I'm like
I've seen plenty of TikToks of people with their $700 unobstructed
behind the stage,
and they're like, "This is my $700 unobstructed view," and you're on the side of the stage and you can't see nothing except a screen.
That's the thing.
That they put.
I'm not paying $700 for tickets. I'll be honest, I've paid like $75 for one of the tickets that I went to.
You can get one on Groupon, right, Emily? I'm just kidding. No. That's offensive. I'm sorry.
Like the whole Ticketmaster thing when people were like, it wasn't working for them. Y'all are going to make fun of me. I think God wanted me to go to these Taylor Swift tickets because it did work for me. And I did have to wait like 8 hours, but I got all the tickets I wanted. So you just got to be patient.
At work that day, she had a separate iPad set up just for the tickets.
It's like the sneaker app that we do, Cam. You know what I'm saying? It's a sneaker app.
Yeah, y'all get it. And it was worth it. I had a great time.
But she got like, I have no luck with the sneaker app. And she had 4 successes. She got 4 concerts. It's crazy.
Wow.
Anyway. All right. So other songs, any last one?
Ike Gordon said, Chris Tomlin singing Bonfire by Childish Gambino. I don't know if Chris Tomlin is allowed to sing certain words on that song.
I don't know that we want him to do that.
Bonfire?
Yeah.
The rap song?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Ike Gordon wants Chris Tomlin to rap Childish Gambino's
I'm uncomfortable.
Bonfire.
I'm uncomfortable with Chris Tomlin rapping anything, much less that song.
Yeah. But maybe that's why we need Derek to make it so we can hear it for ourselves. Maybe that's when we should pick.
We'll never
Chris
hear
Tomlin
it.
singing Bonfire by Childish Gambino. All right. Well, there's more where that came from. We'll talk to Derek. We'll let Derek.
Oh my God. All the bars are so bad.
Yeah. It's just going to be all beeps. The whole thing, the AI is just going to be beeps. All right. Well, there's more where that came from. Go check it out. We'll let Derek pick, so we won't choose. All right. It's time for this week's
editorial question of the week.
All right. Well, at the beginning of the show, Marty was telling us that he and his family just moved to California. We were talking about the uniquely California things like they love and defend In-N-Out. You cannot disparage the name of In-N-Out. And so we want to know, for your area, wherever you live, what's your region's thing that you guys, maybe it's unique to your area. It's kind of weird that y'all love it so much, but you will defend this thing. This is ours. Don't talk bad about it. Hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast and tell us your area's thing that you guys defend voraciously.
It's so weird because like I live in Tennessee now, but I grew up in Texas my whole life. So there's a part of me that still wants to defend Whataburger to the day I die. Like I miss Whataburger so much, but if like one appeared in Nashville, I would be upset about it. Cause I'm like, that's a Texas thing. It needs to stay there.
My wife's from like the New York, New Jersey area, and they're all about Taylor ham. Have you guys had Taylor ham?
What's that? Not Taylor ham.
Oh,
it's ham. All right. It's ham.
I know one for you in Virginia Beach.
Yes.
That dumb spice that you were talking about.
Oh, at Mexican restaurants.
No, the spice you put on like your shrimp and your crabs and junk. Like,
Old Bay. Oh, of course.
Yeah, Old Bay. Like they love Old Bay.
We put Old Bay on everything. Old Bay. I mean, there's not a brunch place around here that you don't get that doesn't have like Old Bay omelets. Like, and I'm like I said, I'm actually pretty shocked that you guys, Marty, do you have an awareness of Old Bay?
I don't know what Old Bay is. What's that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Is that
Nobody
like
outside of Virginia
company?
Beach knows what Old Bay is.
I know what it is.
It's a seasoning.
It's sold at Kohl's. Yeah,
They do
it's like in the men's section at Kohl's.
They do make
Old
Old Bay
Bay
t-shirts. They have apparel, but it's a seasoning. If you must.
Oh, it's a
know.
seasoning.
And,
Okay, yeah.
And it's frustrating to me that I even have to describe it. To be honest,
You know, I will say this: like we Latin people, for the most part, even Italian. My mom, she doesn't really have. She says the classic spices. She doesn't really have any like mixed spices. So it's like directly, it's going to be salt, pepper, oregano. You know, it's going to be those. It's never going to be like a mix. Like, so I'm not. I never grew up with stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's your guys.
We never did crawfish. I'm sorry, Jesse. We didn't grow up with the crawfish boils and.
I'm going to send this little image around. I'm shocked that that's not.
That did not work.
Whoa.
That did not work.
That looks like a virus.
That image did not
Why
work.
did you say Pornhub, Utah? I'm just kidding.
You literally gave us a virus on our computers by sharing that.
Good. That's what you get for disparaging Old Bay. I'm just going to send you to their Facebook page. I suggest you guys follow.
There's a Facebook page for is it like Old Bay memes?
No, it is the latest products, including sweet Old Bay t-shirts like this that I'm posting. I'm just telling you, it's a well-established brand, and how
Jesse,
dare you to besmirch it.
I'm sorry. I'm on this link that you just sent. Do you see the nuts? It says Virginia Diner. And you think that this is something outside of Virginia. It's literally called Virginia Diner flavor. This is a Virginia thing.
Look at that. They have beans. Is that seasoned peanuts?
Like, you were shocked. That's what I'm saying. They were called Virginia Diner.
Who are they?
seasoning.
Supreme with this like collabs?
I would put Maryland. I believe it originates from Maryland. It's a fair point that it's regional, I'm just shocked that
you were shocked that I'd never heard of it, and I was like, and this whole brand is about Virginia flavors. Anyway, all right.
And Maryland, it's very popular in Baltimore. It's listen,
it's the Goya colors. That's what throws me off.
Listen, guys,
it is Goya.
Here's the thing. I'm going to have to find. We need to get this shipped to all of you, the good people at Old Bay. Go ahead and ship it to the cast here. And here's the beauty of it, guys. You put Old Bay on anything, and it makes it better. Literally anything.
It's for isn't it for like seafood? Right. That's primarily what it's for. Like crab.
But there's
boils.
an Old Bay Bloody Mary mix is right
they
there.
Have
on
a
the
hammer. They sell a hammer.
No
they literally
way.
sell a hammer.
Listen. The Old Bay Bloody Mary is very popular. You know what the big thing around town right now is Old Bay dry rub wings. Oh, it's huge. Every restaurant sells Old Bay dry rub.
Where do you live, Jesse? It's huge. Where is it? Are you
Virginia Beach?
Oh,
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
All right. I can see that. You guys are in your own world there. I get it. Black Biker Week. There's a lot of things that happen down there that don't happen anywhere else in the world. I get it.
Yeah, listen, guys. I'm telling you, I'm about to open up a whole new world for you. Anything can taste like a fresh.
I hope it's good. I'm literally ordering it on Amazon right now. I text my wife, let's get this spice, see what it's about. Throwing it on fruit.
Guys, okay, here's a pro tip too. Let's say, nothing in the pantry. You put in, you boil some ramen, put enough Old Bay in there, it's going to taste awesome. Just trust me. You can put it on anything, guys. People put it on their eggs in the morning.
We're getting into dangerous territory here.
Do you work for this company? I'm sorry. You work, Jesse. Do you have stock in this company? We're all buying it right now. You just sold 5 spice racks.
Yeah, it's I mean,
it's use my influencer code.
He's an influencer, exactly.
Use my influencer code. Anybody right now buy this spice. Use influencer code Jesse from Relevant. You get 10% off your next order. Thank you.
Look, listen, I'm not a stock. I'm not Warren Buffett here. I'm not some stock market prognosticator. But I think by the end of the year, Old Bay is going to be a Tesla level. So just buckle up, everyone.
Whoa.
Hey, I will say they're Supreme-esque. Their Supreme-esque merch shop is actually pretty cool. So yeah,
I have a pair. Real talk. I have a pair of Old Bay socks. My kids got them for me. But when I wear them,
Did
people
you
are
ask
like,
them
"Dang."
to get it for you?
You know what people say when I wear those socks around town?
You must like Old Bay.
Man, you're making me hungry.
He knows what he's doing. That's what they say.
Taste it already. People love Old Bay. That's what I'm saying. They are willing to wear it on as apparel. Unironically, this is
people in Jesse's cul-de-sac love Old Bay. And
why? Let me ask you this. Guys. Why are socks like this, which I'm putting in this chat, available widely if people don't love this stuff? I mean, I own that pair of socks. There's a whole world. There's a whole Old Bay world.
You know what it feels like? I'm looking, they sell popcorn, they sell stuff. You know what this feels like? You guys ever been to TJ Maxx? You're about to walk and pay, but there's a bunch of food that randomly TJ Maxx has. I feel like I would find Old Bay there.
Old Bay.
Because they have popcorn. They have Old Bay chocolate. It's really odd. It's like a whole culture.
Let me correct you there, Mario. Old Bay is not a novelty. Old Bay deserves premium placement.
It's a way of
world's finest grocery stores.
They have Hers Old Bay chips. They have Old Bay popcorn. I'm looking at it right now. They have Old Bay cheese curls. I mean, that's something that I feel like I'd find at Marshall's. You can't find anywhere else.
Guys, here's a t-shirt. Okay. And look where they're selling this.
Right.
This is off Walmart.com. And the t-shirt says, I put Old Bay on my Old Bay.
Wow.
People love Old Bay. Okay. Walmart.com sells a shirt that says, I put Old Bay on my Old Bay. It's a perfect shirt. People love it. Guys, Cameron, next time you and I are together, because out of everyone here, I'll see you. I'm bringing Old Bay to Montana, and I'm gonna put it on some of your cuisine. I'm gonna rock everybody's world out there. I'm gonna bring enough, guys. Guys, look at this Old Bay bundle, real quick. We spent a lot of time on Old Bay, and I think this is the content people are coming for. Here's an Old Bay bundle.
A bundle.
You'll notice it has 2 oven mitts, one for both hands. The cutting board's nice.
It's for the crab pot. You got to have 2 hands for the crab pot.
And a wooden,
I love the apron.
A wooden cutting board.
That's right.
That's for smashing the crabs on.
Cameron, I'm bringing it to Montana, and it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna order this bundle right away. Look, guys, they have Old Bay sunflower seeds. Okay,
you convinced us, Jesse. You win. You win this one. I mean, we believe you. I can't believe it's this.
What's your affiliate code?
Yeah.
What's your affiliate code? Drop it real quick.
Just Virginia Beach, man, 757. Let's just represent the area.
Wow.
And put Old Bay on. Well, one of the searches, they literally have like a default Google search that is Old Bay merch. Look at this jacket. Here, look, guys, this is an Old Bay cycling jacket. I don't know who's.
Oh my gosh, who would wear that?
There's a shirt that says "You had me at Old Bay."
There's Old Bay cycling spandex shorts.
Yeah, there's Old Bay apparel for every occasion. Is what is the moral of the story here?
Well, the Christian conservatives would come after Old Bay for the lustful spandex shorts that they're shilling.
It's a spicy brand. Spicy brand.
So we want to know the thing from your region that you guys will die on a hill for. Hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcasts, and we'll read our favorites next week. Well, before we wrap things up, I want to once again thanks Arizona for joining us. Don't miss their new album. It's self-titled, and it is out right now. Just came out today. Check it out. Before we wrap it up, I want to make sure that you have checked out the spring issue of Relevant. The digital magazine is free. All you have to do is go to relevantmagazine.com and click on the magazine tab, and it's all right there. If you want an ad-free, beautifully designed, enhanced experience, join Relevant Plus. And you get not only our enhanced issue, but you get this podcast ad-free, an ad-free reading experience at relevantmagazine.com, an exclusive subscriber podcast, and more. Plans start as low as $250 a month. You can find out all the info by clicking the Relevant Plus tab at relevantmagazine.com. Okay, on that note, we'll wrap things up. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Emily Brown.
I'm Marty, just for this episode.
And we will see you on Tuesday. Marty's going to join us again on Tuesday. So we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Relevant Podcast. Check out our features, interviews, and news updates every day at relevantmagazine.com. And make sure to follow Relevant on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest. For more great podcasts, browse the shows on the Relevant Podcast Network, which you can find at our site. And while you're there, don't miss the all-new era of Relevant Magazine. A new issue releases every other month at relevantmagazine.com.
I'm not criticizing anyone from California. I'm just saying you guys need to lighten up about In-N-Out. That's all.
Relevant Podcast Network.